Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms, and we finally got some decent weather. The high today is around 38 degrees, which isn't too bad for cutting firewood. So yesterday I took the tractor and the grapple up onto the wooded part of our property, and I got a big log and got it brought down here. Now today I'm going to go ahead and cut that up and get it split and into these IBC totes. I've spent the last couple of months getting everything set up to try to efficiently process firewood, and we'll see if I can do a better job of that today. So let's get started. So I just remembered that when I finished with this saw the other day, it was getting pretty dull. So after I get gas and oil in it, I'll go in and touch that chain up a little bit. I was keeping the sharpener in that toolbox so I can sharpen it wherever I'm at, but I'm about 50 yards from the shop, so I might as well put it in the vise. I just made a video talking about how much I like these Stihl 2-in-1 chainsaw sharpeners, and one note about this is my MS250 has a .325 chain, and this MS391 has a 3/8 chain, so it uses a different sharpener. So as soon as I bought this saw, I had to order another sharpener. I've already done a review on this wood splitter. It's a Champion 27 ton. So far it's started really easy for me every time, but it actually hasn't been used in a little while, so we'll see what we get. So first thing, just turn the fuel on. I always shut it off whenever I'm shutting the unit off. Then we'll choke it. Guess we'll make sure it has gas first. It's got about a half a tank. We'll see if it'll split what I've got here. So far this has been 2 pulls every time. We'll see today. Alright, I'm gonna let that run and get warmed up. Use the tractor and push as many of these little rounds over here as I can. Try to limit the amount of carrying I do. I'm thinking right now I may have it in the most convenient arrangement to go straight onto the table, into the tote without any walking.
so tenderly. I'm afraid that I might wake up someday. Sometimes I feel like I'm someone else. I don't really know if I can trust myself. When I think of who I used to be. My faith was lost, my hope was gone. My dreams were shattered and I was done. I was roaming down the street in my weary feet, and then you came along with the love so strong. You took me out of the cold into the fire. You're picking me up when I'm down on the ground. Whenever I'm low, you are lifting me higher. And when I am lost, you make sure that I'm found. Out of the cold into the fire.
All right, so that didn't take too long. I feel like the way I have it set up with the splitter next to the tote and pushing the rounds over with the grapple helps me to limit the number of times I'm touching the wood and the amount of times I'm carrying the wood. So I got about half of a tote, which would be 1/6 of a cord, and it's a lower quality wood because that tree had been on the ground for a while. But that's all right, I'll burn it in my fire pit, or if someone's really needing the wood, and I'll explain to them that it's good wood on the inside, but it's kind of dead or rotted on the outside. You know, I'll sell it to them really cheap if they want it. But I'm tempted to go up and get another log, but my grandkids are here and I want to spend some time with them. So I think I'm gonna clean up the area and then call it a wrap today. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. In a minute, you'll see links right here on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.